हेलो और वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग ऑल ऑफ यू। बेटे आज हम पढ़ेंगे फिजिकल वर्ल्ड फिजिक्स का फर्स्ट यूनिट तथा इंट्रोडक्शन है हमारे पास यहाँ फिजिकल वर्ल्ड की। व्हाट इज साइंस, स्टेप्स इन्वॉल्व इन साइंटिफिक मेथड्स, व्हाट इज फिजिक्स, स्कोप एंड एक्सपेरिमेंट ऑफ फिजिक्स, फिजिक्स एंड टेक्नोलॉजी एंड सोसाइटी एंड फंडामेंटल फोर्स इन नेचर एंड नेचर ऑफ फिजिकल लॉज। ये टॉपिक हम यहाँ ब्रीफ डिस्कशन यहाँ पे हम इनकी करेंगे। तो फर्स्ट टॉपिक यहाँ पे है साइंस। As we know that we are in the age of science and the computer, television, mobile phones, video, audio system, and so on. All the gifts provided by science to human, there is only a single field in the universe which is not affected by science. The word science originated from the Latin word scientia, meaning which means to know. The knowledge which man has gained through observation experiments, when organized systematically, is called science. The sciences which deals with the non-living are called physical sciences. Examples: physical sciences are physics, chemistry, geology, geography, astronomy, astrology, oceanology. And then the systematic, organized and formulated knowledge which the human gains through observation experiment when organized systematically. Then the physics की बात हम यहाँ पे करें तो physics जो वर्ड जो है it comes from Greek word physis which means nature, was introduced by the Aristotle in the year of 350 BC. The Sanskrit equivalent of physics is the Bhautiki, which means physical world. Hence, physics is the branch of science which deals with the nature and natural phenomena. It deals with the various features of natural world such as space, time, energy, matter, motion, etc. Physics is the most basic of all sciences. Then here we discuss the scientific methods. Scientific methods is the step by the step or systematic attempt made by the scientists in studying natural phenomena and establishing the laws which govern these phenomena. Lot of phenomena is here. First one is ask questions, do background research, construct hypotheses, test with the experiment, analyze results, draw conclusions. Hypothesis is true, hypothesis is not true, is false, partially true. Then and final report result. And the knowledge of physics accumulated till 19th century is called classical physics that deals with the macroscopic phenomena. It includes subjects like mechanics, thermodynamics, electromagnetism, and optics. And mechanics is the branch of physics which deals with the study of objects in motion at low speeds in microscopic world. And thermodynamics, it deals with the heat, temperature, and behavior of system of large number of particles. Electrodynamics, it deals with the electricity and magnetism and electromagnetic radiations. Optics deals with the nature and propagation of light, formation of images through lenses, mirrors, etc. And the recent knowledge beyond 19th century is termed as modern physics, consists of two basic theories: relativity and quantum mechanics. Relativity is relativity is the branch of physics which deals with the theory of invariance in nature and motion of the objects moving with speeds comparable to the speed of light. And quantum mechanics is the branch of physics which deals with the mechanical behavior of submicroscope scope and excitement of physics. Physics deals with the study of various natural phenomena and is considered as a most fundamental branch of science. The scope of physics is very broad and covers wide range of many branches like mechanics, thermodynamics, electrodynamics, acoustic, optics, relativity, etc. It deals with macroscopic world like galaxies and universe as well as microscopic world like nucleus of an atom and fundamental particle like electrons, protons, neutrons, etc. Physics in relation to society, and physics has great impact on the society. In fact, all the discoveries and development in physics have changed the face of the society. Our life has become more comfortable and luxurious than that of ancestors. The inventions of radio and television have made it possible for us to listen and watch anything that is happening around us and even in the remotest corner of the world. And next topic is physics in relation to science, society and technology. फिजिक्स का रिलेशन यहाँ पे हम बात करें सोसाइटी के साथ एंड अदर ब्रांचेस के साथ फिजिक्स इन रिलेशन टू मैथमेटिक्स द थ्योरीज एंड concepts of physics lead to the development of various mathematical tools like differential equations, equations of motion, etc. Physics in relation to chemistry. Uh, the concept of interaction between various particles leads to understand the bonding and chemical structure of substance. The concept of X-ray, diffraction, and radioactivity has helped to distinguish between the various solids and to modify the periodic table. Similarly, physics in relation to biology, the concept of pressure and its measurement has helped us to know the blood pressure of human being, which is in turn is helpful to know the working of the heart. The discovery of X-ray has made it possible to diagnose the various diseases in the body and fracture in the bones. The optical and electron microscopes are helpful in study of various organisms. High energy radiations like ultraviolet rays, gamma rays are helpful in curing skin diseases and cancer. Physics in relation to geology, the study of crystal structure is useful to know the internal structure of the various rocks. Radioactivity has helped to know the age of rocks and fossils. Physics in relation to the astronomy, optical telescope has made it possible to study the motion of various planets and satellites in our solar system. The next topic is the fundamental force in nature, the basic force in nature. There are four: gravitational force, electromagnetic force, strong nuclear force, weak nuclear force. And first one is gravitational force. The gravitational force arises due to force of mutual attraction between two bodies by virtue of their mass. According to Newton's law of gravitation, magnitude of force of attraction between two body of masses m1 and m2 separated by distance r is given by F equal to g m1 m2 upon square of r. Then electromagnetic force, the force between two stationary point charges is called electrostatic force, whereas the force between two magnetic poles is called magnetic force. So here electrostatic force, it is a force between two charges is stronger than gravitational force, and it also follows inverse square law and is proportional to the product of the point charges, that is F equal to k q1 q2 upon r square. And then magnetic force, it can be either attractive or repulsive. It can be the force between two magnets or force on a magnet placed in a magnetic field. So electromagnetic force and electric charge moving in electromagnetic force, it's a combination of electricity and magnetism. Combination of, and then nuclear force की हम बात यहाँ पे करें तो these are the strong attractive force that bind the nucleons, that is proton and neutron together in the nucleus. And there are within the three types of forces: protoproton forces, neutron forces, and neutral proton force between neutron and proton. And then weak force. Weak force, this kind of interaction is not well understood as yet. Its range is shorter than nuclear force and is important only for certain nuclear processes like active beta decay. Radioactive beta decay. And the examples of weak forces, here the main features of and then comparison of electrostatic and gravitational forces. First point of similarity, they are central force, they obey inverse square law, they are conservative force, they operate even in vacuum. Points of dissimilarity, gravitational force are attractive while electromagnetic force may be attractive or repulsive. Gravitational constant of proportionality doesn't depend upon the medium while electrical constant depends upon the medium. Then next, law of conservation. There are nearly 14 law of conservation based on the symmetry of principle In physics, anything that happen must not be forbidden by a conservation law. Some of the important ones are law of conservation of linear momentum, law of conservation of energy, law of conservation of angular momentum, and conservation of charge. Conservation of last one is conservation of charge.